let me not even lie, these brushes have suffered. And I'm going to show you like the ways I wash my brushes. So there's two main ways I wash them at the moment, and I'll show you how I used to wash it, which was, oh my days, it was such a pain, guys. It was literally a pain. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm off work today and I'm just catching up on things that, you know, I didn't really have time to do during the week. Stuff like, the first one I'm going to show you is using, let me just move this up, is using this makeup brush cleaner. So for this, ideally you need something a bit smaller than this. You know what, I might just use the lid. Because this is just going to be too big. So I mean, I should really find something smaller, but oh well. I don't use it that often, as you guys can tell, because it's still quite full. I only use this really if I need a brush like immediately and I can't really be bothered to go wash it, because this works really quickly and it practically dries as well. It dries really quickly. So I'm just going to put a bit of the solution into the cap. Let's do that. You don't need a lot. That's probably too much even. I've got it in my hand. Let me rinse it off. Okay, so so you need some tissue as well, or a cloth or a towel. So I've got some towel here, but I don't really want to use, because I'm going to put the clean brushes on here, so I don't really want to use my towel. So I'm going to use tissue like so. A towel is probably better because then you can scrub properly. So with this solution, you're advised not to dip the whole brush into the solution. So you literally dip it like a quarter of the way through the bristle. So a quarter of the way is probably like here for me. And then basically you let the solution, you let the brush soak up the solution. So literally just dip it in like a bit. Okay. And you see like, can you see like the thing is rising? The solution is rising for the brush. So basically, I'm trying to get this. Once it's risen, you can see it's literally saturated now. I'm just gonna get the tissue and literally scrub. This is a lot of color, right? So did you see from how it was to what it's looking like now? So it's a lot of eyeshadow because it's an eyeshadow brush, so it's really going through it. So I was using a brush that I know was originally white, just so you guys can see that, you know, it does a great job. Hey, my English is really Englishing, but anyway, so you guys can see it does a great job. So that isn't, you know, clean enough for me, so I'm gonna throw this tissue around and then I'm gonna dip the brush in the liquid again. So here we go again. Dip it in a quarter of the way. Again, I'll let the brush soak it up. So you can see soaking. Okay, and then I'll go and do that again. So here we go again. Just basically till I feel like it's clean enough. Okay, so can you guys see the difference from when we started? So I'm going to do one more time and then I'll call it a day with this one. So dip in, because now the liquid has gone down anyway, so I can just dip it into the thing and then I'll let it just sit in there. I'm going to turn the tissue around. Let it just So with this one, they do advise that if you're using it on white brushes, to be careful because the blue can stain your white brushes, and I think you can probably see that anyway because you can kind of see this is a bit blue. So they do say be careful and blah 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 and whatnot. But yeah, so the solution does dry like really quickly as well. So this brush now is practically dry. You can see there's a bit, but if I rub a bit more, it will be practically dry. So that's why I use it if I need a brush like immediately. because then I know within seconds it'll be dry, rather than, you know, me putting it in water and then me having to wait for it to be done and stuff like that. So anyway, that's that one done. Can you guys see? And you know, you can compare it to how it started. So obviously you can still see the pink tint, but it's essentially dry. So this one, the set as well, is 99.99. Oh, you can't even see it. 99.99 bacteria free, quick drying and rinse free formula, so you don't need to rinse it apparently. But I mean, I don't rinse it, so it's not apparently. Yeah, you don't need to rinse it. So that's that. One brush down, 2 million to go. So this is the other way I wash my brushes. This makeup brush cleaner, I got it from Amazon. So honestly, I love this thing. I actually love it. It's so quick. So inside of it, you've got like this ridges where your brush, you can scrub your brush against, kind of like a makeup pad cleaner. So what I'm going to do is, so for this one, I either use dishwasher or I use shampoo. It just depends on how lazy I'm feeling. Today, I'm just going to use my dishwashing soap. Add some soap in there. Add some warm water, not too much. That's probably too much, but oh well. And then I'm going to put the lid back on. So yeah, you don't want to put too much washing soap, but just enough where it's soapy. It comes with these 8 caps, and then it comes with this as well, which is the actual device you connect the caps to. So essentially, you just choose the cap that's best fitting for the brush you want to wash. So let's say, for instance, I want to wash my concealer brush first. So that's the bottom of the brush. So I have to figure out which of these. So I think that's a good fit. Okay, this is a good fit. So you need one of the caps that will fit tightly, that the brush will fit tightly into. So when it's spinning, it won't come out. So when it's spinning, it won't come out. So then you're going to fit the actual device into the cap as so. So you can see that the shape is well suited for it. Okay, and then you have like a long device. So when you turn it on, it essentially spins. It spins the brush. So turn it on, and you can see. So it's on now, and the brush essentially just spins. And then when I turn it off, that happens. Turn it on, that happens. So you essentially, so obviously we have our water in here. Just put your brush in, and it basically washes it for you. So let me put this in properly. So I'm going to turn it off, and there you can see it's already cleaning. So I'm just going to rub it against the thing as well, just to wash it a bit. See, it's coming cleaner. It's coming clean, and I'm going to spin it a bit more. And once you feel like it's clean enough, I'm just going to let it spin out. So lift it out the water. Put it in the water, lift it out. And there we go. So I'm going to empty out this water. So I rinsed the brush. Now I'm going to show you how I can literally dry it in seconds. I just put the brush back into the device and I turn it on and I literally just let it spin. So as it's spinning, the water is literally just flying out of the brush. And then you can see here when I push it against my skin, there's no water on my skin because the brush is what? Dry, okay, and clean, okay, and clean. Dry and clean. So guys, this was the part that I said was painful. If you're doing one brush like this, it's okay. If you're doing 5, 6, 7 brushes, your palms will be red, okay? So I just put soap in my hands, wet the brush, and I literally just rub the brush against my hands. It's painful. I wouldn't recommend unless you literally have no choice. Like this one is 2-ended brushes, so yeah, I had no choice. I had to do this. And that's that and that. Moving on to how to wash your beauty blender. So I just make sure that I soak the beauty blender in a lot of water. When I say soak, I mean just make sure that the beauty blender is thoroughly wet. So you'll see that in a second. Then I'm going to add some soap to it, and I'm literally just going to massage that soap into the beauty blender. So I'm just making sure the soap gets into the beauty blender and it helps break up the grease and the oil and everything like that. And then I'm just going to repeat this process a couple of times. So I'm going to rinse it out, then I'm going to add soap again, and I'm going to do the same thing again basically till it's clean. So this is what the beauty blender looks like once I'm done washing. My next video is on how to dye your wigs from brown to jet black in 2 easy steps. So if you like videos like this, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification icon just so you know when I post new videos and you don't miss anything you might find useful. And I'll see you guys in my next video, guys.